This question is asking us to find the second derivative. Now that we're able to do more than one derivative, it's important that you recognize what the question is asking you to do. This is a trig function. Every trig function that you take the derivative of from here on out will be a chain rule. It is important to recognize that. There will always be an inside and an outside. The outside piece is sine. The inside is 3x. So the derivative of sine is cosine. You're supposed to leave the inside. But then you must multiply by the derivative of the inside, which is 3. So my first derivative is going to be 3 cosine of 3x. But that is not what the question wanted me to find. It wanted me to find the second derivative and then, of course, evaluate it. So the second derivative, this is still a chain rule. Don't just automatically assume that it's going to be the exact same thing. I'm just going to go, oh yeah, I'm going to take the derivative of cosine as negative sine. You still have to apply a chain. There's an inside and an outside. So I've got the 3. The derivative of cosine is negative sine. Keep the inside times the derivative of the inside. So the cleanup process here, I have a negative and then a 3 times a 3. So I have negative 9 sine of 3x. That is my second derivative. We did the chain rule twice. We didn't necessarily do chainception, but we did the chain rule twice to get that second derivative. Now, for my notation here, when I slide over to do f double prime, what I want is to put pi over 18 in everywhere I see an x. The 1/2 actually doesn't have an effect on this because there's no y's embedded into this derivative. The only concern I have is that x value. So f double prime of pi over 18 is what I'm looking at. So I'm going to put a pi over 18 everywhere I see an x. And then I'm going to have to apply my knowledge of trig. So this is going to be sine 3 pi over 18 is the same as pi over 6. Well, that is an angle that I should know the answer to, right? Sine of pi over 6 is 1/2. Okay, pi over 6 is going to be your 30-degree angle in quadrant 1. That 30-degree angle, the sine of that is 1/2. So we're going to do negative 9 times positive 1/2, which of course gives me negative 9/2. So that is your f double prime of pi over 18. The notation is very important here. So this has a pi over 18 in it, right? But this is still just my x.